Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Trials of Mana. I'm the Mysterious JG. Here is Duran. No one can beat him. That is a reference to Paladin's Quest, if you're interested in me referencing LPs other than my old LP of Let's Play Secret of Mana 2. So I keep thinking those little sparkles flying around are meant to represent the fairy, except Duran doesn't have a fairy, Angela's nowhere to be seen, Angela only got the fairy in the last video, etc. If you're interested, you can see Duran's got a different set of skills that he can learn over time, none of which are magical spells, although when he gets to class change later in the game, he'll have some magic, but he's never going to be the mage that Pretty Princess Angela is. And yeah, with that, let's get back to it. Where the Crimson Wizard appears to have wiped out the guards of Forcina Castle. Or, sorry, Valsina, Kingdom of the Plains. I remember Forcina because that's what it was called in the old fan dub. Or translation. It wasn't a dub. It wasn't voice acted. The Crimson Wizard seems to be using magic to teleport to places he could pretty easily just walk to.
Who are you?
You are sharper than you look.
The dog is sharp again, Mommy.
What's so funny?
The fact that you are considered the best fighter in this miserable castle. I think it's time I show you how powerless you really are.
No more talking.
So I've managed to avoid his area of effect attacks, but I can't hit him. Because he's too teleporty.
What senile old fool would entrust the security of the castle to a child?
The Queen of Reason would. Because you're a child.
Apologies. You work for the king, do you not?
Well, yeah.
What?
That's the
Don't
point of
you
the joke
dare
you're
insult His
making.
Majesty!
Your joke only works if you knew that, Crimson Wizard, so what the hell? Okay, now cinematic, where I don't dodge his fireball.
Now the finishing blow.
Someone
Fatality.
infiltrated the castle. Find them.
Echo! Oh.
Seems you'll live another day. No matter. If all the king can boast is soldiers of your caliber, we can take this kingdom anytime we choose.
I don't know what to make of his voice, actually. He's not the way I expected that character to sound. Being mean to the king! Oh, and murdering my friends and escaping. So he just shows up, kills a few folks, or maybe just KOs
Tonight,
them.
An unknown wizard managed to penetrate our defenses. The soldiers on duty were no match for him.
I guess he didn't
Duran
KO them.
was the only survivor.
No one can beat him.
Witnesses say the man was wearing a red cloak. It has to be that Altanish cur. The Crimson Wizard.
Tainish.
You mean Altana sent a spy? No honor among the lot of them. We should mount a full-scale attack on their forces before they sneak in again. Who's with
Let's go
me?
beat up those women in the pink
Right.
dresses.
Hold.
My hand.
There is no
He
definitive
didn't tell them to
proof
kneel.
that Altana sent the intruder, nor would they have reason to attack our kingdom in the first place. We cannot act rashly.
That's right, King. Put a stop to the Altana hoax. It was probably China.
Whoever attacked last night got past our defenses and some of our best soldiers. If we act hastily, we could fall into our enemy's trap.
I looked into Putin's eyes. I can't help it.
First, we must strengthen the castle's defenses and
I'm recording this within a few days of some pretty significant events, so that some of it's on my mind.
increase the guard. Then we shall send our own spies into Altanish territory.
Oh, that'll earn their friendship. And increase the guard, so we'll have more generics for the Crimson Guard to kill next time.
Why would the true queen of Altana attack Valsena of all places?
You just said you didn't think she did it. But it seems like he can't quite, like he knows it's true, but he can't bring himself to believe it. And this might be a good time to mention, apparently some of the main characters in this game are in another Mana game, which I don't know if it came to America separately, but it's part of like the Mana collection on Switch. So like the Queen of Reason and the King of Valsena and some other folks including FlameCon, show up as heroes in this other game, which is set in the past of this world. But that game was actually released after this one. It's like a prequel. So as we play this, we're not really meant to know any more than is being revealed to us here. But it is implied that the king here does seem to know who the Queen of Reason is, have some kind of knowledge of her, that he's surprised at what's going on.
Curse it all.
I can't tell which one of those is the boy and which one of those was the girl.
Your wounds haven't healed yet. You should be in bed, silly.
Thanks, generic girl
Red.
character model.
Red, whatever, just...
It's Crimson Wizard. What are you, drunk? I'm not sure. Is he supposed to be drunk?
Are you listening to me?
I'm little girl Angela with different colored hair. You should be listening to me.
Stop whining and listen! I hate you!
Oh, I heard that part.
Wendy! Wait.
Is the water warm enough? Yes, Duran. Explore the surrounding town. So apparently our younger sister is not happy with us at the moment. There are soldiers on guard all over town. I have never seen it like this.
My mother was there that night the Crimson Scoundrel came and...
I'm sorry your brother's dead. What do you want me to do about it? I mean, yeah, I guess I'm all upset about it, too. Your little sister is looking out for you. You shouldn't make her worry. Go home. Get out of my bar. What's this I hear about a war? Is it true? You're a soldier. You must know something.
Leave security to us.
I think this town's whole gimmick is that it's the country of, like, foot soldiers. His Majesty the King will take care of that Altenish cur, mark my words. The guy sitting there listening to him doesn't seem that impressed.
Post that entry. His Majesty was asking. I still can't believe that his lover got the better of someone as good as you.
Like a little kid.
Don't let the Crimson Wizard get you down. Come out dancing with me instead.
Ooh. Well, I mean, I'd like to take her up on the offer, but it's not really on the cards.
Whining, huh? A walk around town might clear my head some.
Whining, don't be the baby, whining, don't... Doing okay? Don't worry about the castle. We can handle it while you rest up.
Doing okay? Don't worry about the castle.
Every soldier on duty was
Defeated by a single wizard? I doubt any of us are safe.
I mean, I doubt any of us are safe. Am I supposed to have said that? Yeah, okay, I said that.
The Crimson Wizard is legendary, but I never would have thought that coward was a bloodthirsty spy.
He wasn't really a spy, per se. He was pretty out in the open. Your soldiers on guard all over town. I've never seen it like this. Your father, the Golden Knight Loki, was struck down by the Dragon Lord while protecting his majesty. I know you can live up to his name.
You can't leave town. There are dangerous people out there.
And my whole time, they are not the danger. I am the danger.
Oh, it's been so long. You've become a strong soldier, just like your father.
Offer to dance with me. You're the same character model. No. I mean, I know it doesn't matter, but I can't help myself. For lucre. In a building we can't enter.
Leave security to us. Now that the plot is done having the Crimson Wizard attack, everyone's safe.
And the wizard out there, I barely want to leave the house, let alone the town. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he does a bit more damage than Angela if we ever use him as our lead character. His Majesty the King will take care of that Sultanish cur. No way, Jose. Okay, I guess I already talked to these guys.
How can we rest easy when Castlevale scene itself was assaulted? I should ask the fortune teller.
I suppose I'll be talking to a fortune teller. That seems to be a thing in these prequel, or not prequel, but pre-stories, prologues. Soldiers and guard all over town. I've never seen it like this. Every soldier on duty was defeated. We might have reached a point where it's not worth talking to every NPC, because we're getting a lot of repeat messages already. Is this, I'm just curious, is this the statue of our current king, or some previous king? Could be either. Soldier's work is dangerous, but losing alone is heartbreaking. Evening, Duran. At least you made it out alive. It's true. There's nothing to be purchased in this mode. Are we already in here? Oh, I think this is where we started, actually. I'm collecting goods for the castle. I do not want to sit idly by in times like this. Good call, man. I think I've talked to all those folks. Didn't get all the way out here.
What's this here about a war? It's true your soldier must know something.
We've heard that one. One more repeat dialogue, and I'll just... Night patrols are no joke. Okay, this is actually new.
Night patrols are no joke ever since that intruder snuck in. No one is allowed outside the town at night. King's orders.
Matter of fact, we're gonna go murder the people who don't already live in this town, because we'll have found them outside at night.
Night patrols are no joke.
So the guy didn't actually have anything new to say at all. I just hadn't come across the expected.
Night patrols are no joke. Yeah.
Once in a while, these things have items. Yeah, like Lucre, so... Lex Luger. Did it just do a punch there? Or I guess it... He has a running stab that looks a bit like a punch from certain angles. And again, I just can't... Like, I'm waiting for something super exciting to pop out of one of these, but...
I was an injury. His Majesty was asking. I still can't believe that I've got the better of someone as good as you.
Well, we're just about out of people to talk to, so... Plant an item seed, it won't make a difference anyway. Got an ice coin that we won't be using. Because it'll disappear. It's not my place to tell a soldier what to do, but your aunt and little sister have been worried. Perhaps you should go home tonight. Oh, never mind. This is the... I thought the innkeeper would continue the story. I'm just curious what happens if we go to the castle right now when it's not where the plot wants us to go. Doing okay? Don't worry about the castle. We can handle it while you rest up. And he does a pretty supportive action pose there. To really make us feel inspired with confidence that we can, in fact, leave it to him. Duran's tragedy is mostly in his prior backstory. I mean, the fact that some guards were killed during an attack is... It's not nice or anything like that, but it doesn't feel as personally tragic as what's been happening to Pretty Princess Angela. I think his backstory is sadder. It was quite a mess at the castle. The owner said not to go outside. Here I was on my way east to the port of Maya, but then I remembered we can't go outside the city at night. And again. That old fortune teller was right. I must go home back for more guidance. Okay, so we have to talk to two people who tell you to talk to the fortune teller, and once you do, you can talk to the fortune teller. I wonder what would have happened if I tried to talk to the fortune teller before. I just didn't notice the fortune teller was going to be a thing.
Welcome, young man. This shop is for reading fortunes. Your pinched face tells me you have a lot on your mind, son.
Those are just wrinkles.
My what?
People's
What?
lives are 99% destiny.
Your
But the
resting
rest
bitch
of the
face
future
tells me.
is always shaped by your will. It is up to you to decide. We call that final 1% hope.
The annoying sidekick of lightning.
Come now. Anyone can see you bear a great burden. Let this old bird set you on the right path.
I don't think everybody's prequel involves a fortune teller who looks the same as all other fortune tellers, sending them to the holy city.
Why would I trust my fate to something like that? All I believe in is strength.
Point.
But I'll listen to what you have to say if you tell me how to become more powerful.
He's doing a lot of posing here.
Manners, you oaf. No need for rudeness. To become more powerful, you must head to Holy City Wendell. The Priest of Light can teach you how to switch your class.
Then head to the other,
My class?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch Chef's holy
Son,
cities.
You listen
Wendy
and
was
you
the
listen
Wendell
good.
was the.
Even a clueless fighter like yourself can eventually change to a better class. Now get out of my shop.
But what if I come back as a higher class fighter, and then will I be welcome in your shop? Yeah, he was kind of a dick to this lady, but you know.
Switching classes, huh? It means I can defeat that crimson jerk. I'll do anything. Well, better head to Wendell and see what all this fuss is about.
There's a. I'd like to actually go back. I believe there's a building we're not going to be able to go into. Oh yeah, this. Never mind. This is our home, I believe. You won. Zzz. Maybe this is not our home. I thought this was our home. There's a building. When the story takes us here later, we won't be allowed to enter Duran's home when Duran is in our party. And there'll be a little scene, which I won't bother to get into now. But pretty sure we get to go to... Yeah, here. So this is his town. I guess it was his aunt and his
That lousy
sister is asleep.
murderous crimson wizard is dead meat. I won't let him get away. Not again. I won't come back until he's finished. I won't.
Finished. So you can explain this to your family, or leave Valsenna? Apparently not. I'm gonna leave all this cool equipment behind, and taking a look under the bed to see if we can find any secrets there. That might get mentioned later in the story. Okay, yeah, she said, I won in her sleep, I guess. Gonna write them a note at least?
Sorry, Wendy. Stella. I really am.
Hope you don't die while I'm gone for plot progression purposes. I don't remember that happening, but,
Wait!
Stella! Aw, he's gonna give him a giant
Aunt
Cloud
Stella.
Strife style sword. Not quite that ridiculous, but...
Here. I know, you already have a bronze sword, but take this instead.
It's iron. It has plus 2% hit.
This-
Plus 2 to
This
hit.
is the
I
sword
started to
your
say
father
percent, but...
used when he was a young man. Back in the day,
Back in the
he even
design.
won the tournament with it against the young king himself.
He was punished severely for defeating the
Now
young
be
king.
off. I'll explain the situation to Wendy, don't worry. Be sure to stop by the castle to see the king before you leave. He's waiting to hear from you.
He's waiting to take your call. Kings are standing
Does he
by.
know?
Don't be silly. He knew your father. Of course, the son of Loki would want to travel the world.
You know,
I
on a
too
cruise, getting
knew this day
COVID
would
and
come.
drinking.
I've raised you as if you were my own son, after all.
Thanks, Aunt Stella. I'll be back. I promise.
With Angela and Charlotte later in this story. Yeah, he can't see you.
He can't see it.
She seems happy. It's one less mouth she has to feed. This is the... I always thought of this as the Forcina music. I guess it's called Valsena now. His hair clips even worse with this Woppet than Angela's clips with hers.
I see you're planning a journey, Duran.
Your Majesty!
Maybe we should go on a journey.
Me. It was my weakness that allowed the enemy to escape so easily. I wish to atone for my mistakes.
Hey, you survived, kid. Nobody else did.
Forgive the wizard for what he did. For the first time in my life, I was utterly powerless. He not only defeated me, he insulted you, my king. He must pay for this.
Agreed. Don't come back till you've killed him.
Return home until he has answered for these crimes. I cannot.
Acknowledged. You have my blessing on your journey.
Acknowledged, HQ.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
So this is like the son of his best friend, right? It's like, alright, whatever, get out of here.
His resolve is truly admirable. I'd feared that perhaps he was raised too proud, but I see that he is just like his father at that age.
What do you, the viewers at home, think of young Duran?
He just felt like he was going to turn towards the camera there. Well, the king certainly seems to be the king of Valsena certainly seems to be a nicer guy than the queen of, was it Altana? I can't remember what Angela's home is called now. Yeah, the queen seems to be a little frosty.
Go due south, go to the port. Go due south to get to the port of Maya. From there you can hitch a ride to Jan, and then it's just a hop, skip, and a jump to Wendell. We want you to join the Night Corps.
What are you people doing in the well? Well, it's not a well.
I'll miss you, Duran. Take care.
I guess everybody except your sister knows where you're going.
My patrols are no joke.
Okay, well that's my first indication that I don't need to talk to every NPC again, but...
Son, you listen and you listen good. Even a clueless fighter like you can eventually become changed to a better class. Now get into my shop.
Okay, that's... Somehow I didn't recognize that was the exact same thing she said last time until I was halfway through reading it. Go due south to get to the port of Maya. So we're probably looking at 3 or 4 variations on that same phrase, but nothing to do here. Doing okay? Don't worry about the castle. I'm not resting up. I'm going on a quest, dude. What the hell? Alright, so in the interest of actually getting back to the main game in time to call it a video, let's get out of here. Although if we got to go all the way to the free city of whatever, like, it might not quite be over yet. It's the Mulberrymoors. Thought we were going to see a mole bear pop up and look around and see his shadow and hide again. Mulberrymoors now have rabbites. I remember there being other enemies here when I off-screened, but I guess it's special easy mode Mulberrymoors to help Duran get started with this quest. There's, of course, no point in leveling up Duran right now. And it's Lumina time. Lumina time. Can't trust this. Can't trust this. That's not the hammer time part. It would be stop. Lumina time. Alright, whatever. I really do need to stop checking all these treasure chests that don't matter. Because they'll be back later when we come... Because there'll come a point in the story where we're trying to get to Valsenna. So we'll have to come back through all this stuff eventually. Sorry, I was getting taken away by the music here. And now, you know, part of me is like, hey, I should switch to the classic music because when you know, if you heard it only through my previous series from like 7 years ago, you had incredible emulator slowdown to deal with. I can travel through Stone Split Gap, once again ignoring treasure chests. And I actually recognized this bridge from later in the game. It will be an interesting point for us in the plot. But unless there's some encounter with the Crimson Wizard I'm forgetting about, this should be it.
Just you wait, Crimson Wizard. I ain't gonna stop until I'm more than powerful enough to take you down.
Then I'll take over the
You
world.
won't get away with this. I will defeat you.
And I'll phase my sword in and out of my hair. So like Angela, his big enemy is the Crimson Wizard, but for him it's more of a personal pride thing, and like, hey, you punked me and made fun of me, whereas with Angela, it's more like...
Bested by the Crimson Wizard, nearly lost confidence in his skills. He set out for Holy City Wendell to gain the strength to overcome his failings.
Right. But for Angela, it's more like, you talked my mother into killing me. That's, I think, a little... Her anger is... You know, Duran's anger is pretty justified because he killed those guards and laughed at the defenses of the kingdom, but Angela's anger feels a little bit more personal and justified to me than Duran's does, because this is more like, you talked my mother into agreeing that I should be murdered. What the hell, man? Duran finished recounting the harrowing story of how he came to be on this journey.
Wow. That sounds terrible. This wizard of yours wouldn't happen to be the Crimson Wizard, would he?
I just named him.
Wait. You know him.
Well, we used to date.
Duh.
Whoa, was she cupping a...
I mean, he's part of the Altanish court, and I'm the heir to the throne. But don't get me wrong. I don't have anything to do with him. He's the jerk who drove me out of the kingdom, after all.
I should probably tell you my backstory.
And we replay her chapter.
Sorry. I didn't realize. Then, what's up with that wizard anyway? I mean, who is he?
Yeah, this is actually an interesting point.
Years back, he couldn't use magic either, like me. Our teacher, Jose, was at his wit's end. But then suddenly, he was able to wield incredible power.
Who, Jose?
Now the Crimson Wizard acts as the Queen's chief advisor. And to top it off, he doesn't even call me by my royal title. Can you believe that? Ooh, it makes me so mad.
I changed my name to Angela, spelled with a Y instead of an E, and he totally won't do it.
Well, I'm gonna be the best swordsman in Valsenna. He won't stand a chance.
Yeah, I'm sure your little sword's gonna make a huge difference against the powerful Crimson Wizard. Anyways, at least we'll be allowed to be able to gossip about how much we hate him.
Too, so guess that makes us travel companions, huh?
Ooh. Duran joined the party. No one can beat Duran. So I guess we get some tutorial on, well,
come on,
switching characters.
Don't keep me waiting.
But I'm more interested in saving the game and calling it a video than in switching characters at this particular moment.
Watch out!
So
that was easy.
One of these characters or the other will always be AI controlled. And to be perfectly honest, I've played more as Angela, so I'm probably going to keep playing as her. The path of wisdom might be to switching to Duran, and because you can, use menu commands to get your party members to cast magic. You don't have to be directly controlling them, but I guess we'll see what happens in future videos. But for now, Duran and Angela have joined together. They have joined forces to eliminate the Crimson Wizard forever and ever. And that's totally going to work out for them, I'm sure. But there's a conspicuously empty space to the right, screen right, I say as though we didn't know that we've already picked our 3 party members that we're going to get. So, when will we encounter Charliotto, a.k.a. Carly, a.k.a. Charlotte, and have our full party of adventurers, which would be the first point at which I started doing any off-screen grinding? Well, you'll just have to tune in next time to see if I answer that question rather than just having a coughing fit. I'm the Mysterious GG. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'll see you next time for more Trials of Mana. Bye-bye.